Hey, getting my steps in, so I just wanted to have a conversation. I want to ask the question, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Because that is a very, very, very important question. Because what you are thinking about is actually what's causing your mind, will, and emotions to operate. So if you're thinking about thoughts that are like unpleasant all the time, then guess what? You're going to have the anxiety, you're going to have the depressions, you're going to have all of those things that make you feel incompetent and incapable of accomplishing your objective. However, if you're thinking about good thoughts, are those thoughts that keep you propelled forward and keep you at peace, then your mind, your will, and your emotions are going to be at a peaceful kilter. All right. So the thing that we have to learn to do is to examine our thoughts. What's going into our ear gate? What's going into our eye gate? What are we thinking about? Even if it's a subconscious thinking, because sometimes the underlying thoughts that are not at the forefront of our head is the main thing that's like causing havoc. So what we need to do with our thoughts is, like the scripture says, we are to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Okay, so that means we have to examine our thoughts, and if it's thoughts that are not truth or thoughts that are not pleasant, we have to take those thoughts captive, and we have to forbid those thoughts from permeating our mind, permeating our will, and permeating our emotions. So we have to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ, and we have to cast down the imaginations. We have to cast down, our vain imaginations. We have to cast those things down. Otherwise, they become like a balloon. Our imaginations begin to just like blow up like a balloon, and that affects our mind, our will, and our emotions. So we are to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ, cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of God. So every high thing and every imagination that we are taking part in, we have to pay attention to those things. We have to like cast those things down. We have the power to cast those things down. But what it would take from you is not loving the lie. You cannot love a lie. You cannot love the evil. You cannot love that and rather keep that as your aid versus, ridding yourself of that and becoming, acclimated with truth. You cannot love the sin. You cannot love the thoughts. You cannot love evil thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You cannot sit around with vain imaginations and imaginations of wickedness or imaginations of where you're getting ready to go sin. Sin, S-I-N. You cannot harbor those kind of imaginations. You have to like cast those things down. You have to cast them down. So you have to really think about, what are you thinking about? What am I thinking about? When I was going through the anxieties and the depressions and everything, I was thinking about things that was really non-beneficial. I was beginning to think about things that were like destroying my insides. It was destroying me, and it wasn't just from the time the onset of the anxiety and depression came. I mean, this was like build up. It was like build up. So I had to like examine my thoughts, and I had to cast down the imaginations, and I had to just do what I needed to do, taking those thoughts captive, and I had to put in the work. I had to put in the work. So the question again is, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? It's time to get control of your thoughts. It's time, to take control of your thoughts and maintain your thinking. Maintain your thoughts. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for listening, and just wanted to throw that little nugget out there. And I hope everyone is doing well, and talk to you again soon. Thank you.